Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ForcesOfGeek.com. My name is Atlee Greene, and this is our spoiler review for Star Wars The Force Awakens. That's right, folks. I said spoiler review. So if you have not had a chance to see the movie, please, whatever you do, don't watch this video until you go out, see the film, then come back to the website and watch this video review. To say that I was blown away by Star Wars The Force Awakens is an understatement. Good, great, awesome, amazing. Doesn't even really describe how good this movie is. I mean, this was just a spectacular theater-going experience from top to bottom. I mean, I went to the 7 o'clock showing on Thursday night, and fans of all kinds, they're diehard fans, hardcore fans, fans that may have been disillusioned with the franchise due to the prequels. I mean, everybody was here to see this movie. This was truly an event. It wasn't just a movie, this was truly an event. And as soon as the 7 o'clock showing ended at around 9:30, everybody was rushing out, just trying to contain their excitement because they didn't want to spoil the movie for the other people in line. Well, there were a lot of other people in my theater rushing to the box office to see the next showing, and actually I did the same thing. I've seen the movie 3 times so far, with quite a few more showings in my future, let's just say. But one of my thoughts about The Force Awakens is that when I went into the movie, what I wanted from The Force Awakens more than anything was it to truly feel like Star Wars without being afraid to try new things. And J.J. Abrams did that in spades. They took a lot of beats from A New Hope, which some people have actually complained about, but I feel that was the best way to go about it, because A New Hope in 1977 kicked off this franchise into the stratosphere. And I think if you really want to get people back to truly loving Star Wars, you have to take beats from A New Hope. It was the best way to go about it. But also try new things. It was a very fast-paced film. It was the fastest-paced Star Wars film that I've ever seen. It was fast-paced. It went from one scene to another. And what was impressive about that was they did that without losing the stakes, the weight, and the seriousness of all the other scenes. It just also, I think this is probably the most beautifully shot Star Wars movie of all time. I mean, J.J. Abrams did just an amazing job with this film. And the characters, the new characters really made this movie what it is. I mean, Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver are going to be household names. I mean, Daisy Ridley as the scavenger, desert scavenger Rey, she was powerful, she was smart, she was confident, she was tough. She didn't take any gut from anybody, but she also had heart. She was very charming. And in the final act of the film, when she's revealed as the Jedi, not Finn, but Rey is revealed as the Jedi, it was just an amazing moment that had the entire theater clapping. Now, Adam Driver as the villainous Kylo Ren, a lot of people were wondering if he was going to be just basically a faux Darth Vader, but no. This character just has layers upon layers to him. And Adam Driver did a wonderful job of making this character not just a brooding bad guy, but also he had his own story. There's complexities to him. Because most times in a Star Wars movie, you're dealing with characters that are good in nature, but they're being dragged toward the darkness, being tempted by the dark side. In Adam Driver's case, as Kylo Ren, he is bad by nature, but he is being pulled toward the light, being tempted by the good side. So that was also a nice role reversal, something we haven't seen in a Star Wars movie before. There was also a flashback where Rey touched Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, the lightsaber that Luke Skywalker used in The Empire Strikes Back, and she had a Force flashback, and that's something we have not seen in a Star Wars movie. So it was a great thing to see new things being brought into this movie. John Williams' score was awesome. It's John Williams. You can't complain about John Williams at all. Now, even though there was no standout song with the soundtrack of the score, kind of like Duel of the Fates or the Imperial March, it still just felt like Star Wars and really augmented the film into something really special. So no complaints at all. But some of the other characters, Poe Dameron, the Resistance hotshot pilot played by Oscar Isaacs, he was awesome. Now, even though he wasn't in the film that much, you wanted more of them. I mean, you just wanted him to succeed. And also, BB-8 steals the show in many aspects of this film. I mean, you feel it when BB-8 is sad, you feel it when BB-8 is happy, and you feel BB-8 when he's just confused, discombobulated. And also, he gave a lighter thumbs up to Finn in the Millennium Falcon, and it was just amazing, absolutely amazing. I mean, if Disney was selling BB-8 toys before this film, they're going to be selling even more BB-8 toys after the fact. And of course, Harrison Ford returns as Han Solo. Now, a lot of people I've talked to have said they didn't like Harrison Ford's portrayal as Han Solo because they felt that he was just trying to play Han Solo or didn't feel like Han Solo for the original movies. Well, got news for you. Han Solo has aged 30 years. He's a lot older. I mean, he's seen the good, the bad, and the ugly in a galaxy far, far away. So obviously, Han Solo is going to be a changed man. So, and I thought Harrison Ford played the character brilliantly. I mean, he was a little wiser, but still, he was that cocky smuggler that just had all the answers and tried to talk his way out of certain situations. Now, one of the things I do want to talk about is the big moment in the movie where Han Solo dies at the hands of Kylo Ren, which is revealed to be his son, Ben Solo. A lot of people didn't like the fact that Han Solo died because, well, he's Han Solo, and other people didn't seem to really like the fact that the way he died. Everybody preferred Han Solo to have a heroic death. But even though you saw the death coming, it was very telegraphed. I thought it was a brilliant move because not only did it make Adam Driver's character even more hated, even more villainous, but it also changed the complexity of Han Solo's character because instead of dying as a hero or dying as a smuggler, he died as a father. And I thought that was just more powerful than anything you could possibly do. Some of the things I didn't like about the film was that we saw virtually nothing of Gwendolyn Christie's Captain Phasma. Captain Phasma was prominent in all the marketing material for this film. And when you see a 6'8" chrome stormtrooper, you can just expect that this is going to be a badass character that will leave an indelible impression. Well, in reality, I actually forgot Captain Phasma was in this movie until Chewie tackled her in the hallway at Starkiller Base. Now, a lot of people also didn't like the fact that Starkiller Base was basically a bigger Death Star. Instead of just destroying planets, it destroys star systems. While I understand the criticism of that, I did like how much harder it was to destroy Starkiller Base, because even though there was an opening that the X-Wing pilots had to exploit, the X-Wing pilots could not have exploited that without the help of Finn, Rey, Chewie, and Han Solo on the ground. So it was definitely a team effort with two teams definitely trying to make a difference and destroy Starkiller Base. Now, Domhnall Gleeson played General Hux on the film, and basically, he was Hitler. I mean, he was as close to Adolf Hitler as you could possibly be. And he was going to sound weird, but he was good. I mean, he was really good. And he was he was filling that Tarkin role in the movie. And he was, even though he didn't have a lot, he definitely him and Oscar Isaacs made the most with what little screen time they had. And it would definitely, the fans really appreciated it. Supreme Leader Snoke, which was played by motion capture character by Andy Serkis, I'm convinced he's Darth Plagueis. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but I mean, you saw the scar, the lightsaber scar, I have to assume, that goes down his head. That dude's definitely seen some action on the dark side of the Force. And Lupita Nyong'o as the motion capture character Maz Kanata, I was afraid when I first saw her because she looked too much like a prequel character, but she definitely had a gravitas to her that you took her seriously and you forgot anything. I mean, if you looked at her first, you thought prequel, but after you started talking and moving the story along, you realized, okay, there's nothing to worry about. This is a character that we should take seriously. But overall, I just can't say enough about Star Wars: The Force Awakens. It's not a perfect film. It definitely has some flaws, but I think it has flaws not because there was any oversight. I think the flaws are there because J.J. Abrams had to fill 30 years with the backstory in 2 hours. And when you're trying to do that while also making a not just a great movie, but a movie that's going to reinvigorate a franchise, certain things have to fall on the wayside. And I think for the most part, he made the right choices and things he had to cut, things he had to shorten. But people, the best thing I say about Star Wars, The Force Awakens, is that Star Wars is back. The title of the movie exudes what this movie is about. The Force Awakens, and it truly awakens in Daisy Ridley's character Rey, as she is now the hero of this saga. And I just can't wait to see what happens next, as Episode 8 is only a year and 5 months away. Folks, this is ForceTheGeek.com's review for Star Wars The Force Awakens. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.